Did you get that on camera? Move up. Are we ready? Alright, let's go. Let me start recording. Okay, we're recording. Can you see? Can you see? Everyone's good.
Yeah.
Right.
Intro, episode 16.
16 already?
Yeah, 16.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We're legal now.
Wow.
You're already.
Wow.
It hasn't been like 10 seconds. It's really wild.
No, I'm just proud of us.
You've only been back.
That's good. That was quick.
Yeah.
That was really quick. I like it.
God damn it, man. Could you do it again?
Do it. The intro?
Yeah.
Oh, episode 16. Uncultured podcast. Santi's back.
Of course.
After a week-long hiatus. You can't see him, but he's here.
His presence is felt.
Should we mention why?
Why?
Oh, you went caravanning?
No, because this
fuck,
decided to wear the
Why?
same colour as me.
You could just drape your coat over your shoulders.
Yeah,
it's
no one
too
would know.
hot.
Drape.
It's already set up. Anyway, you guys, I'm here.
Come in the video. Don't be
Yeah,
like that.
don't be shy.
No, I'm good.
They want to see your face.
We want to see you.
I'm here, man. Don't worry. I'm here.
No.
But you see what I mean? I blended in with Emmanuel immediately.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's just
you two
distracting.
need. No.
That's what I'm saying. We should have swapped and stuff. But listen, it's fine. Let's get on with it. Put on with it.
No, but we're here. We look good anyway. So it's
Yeah,
not
you know.
nice.
Looking handsome as ever.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, shit, what are we talking about? Because there's no.
It's a weird episode
Like-
today. Like,
We're winging it.
Well, we do have some things to talk about.
Yeah,
but
we
it's
do.
just that
There's
we might
always-
not have a lot to say.
Yeah, who the
Well,
fuck knows?
I mean,
We're gonna go with it. We'll go with the flow.
mhm.
One thing I will say is, last week we talked about the New Zealand shooting, and this week I wanted to talk about how New Zealand is sort of handling the situation
Well.
very well.
Very well. We can learn a
respectfully.
lot.
Our Prime Minister could
You
never.
know the one
Mhm.
like Theresa May. Look at your
shots
age mates.
Theresa.
Theresa May. Look at your age
Oh,
mates.
hold on.
Donald Trump even. Look
No,
at your
no,
age
no, no.
mates.
Let me just remind you. The woman is 38 years old. 38 years old.
Theresa May.
38 years
No,
old.
no,
No,
the
no,
New
no.
Zealand.
Okay, I was like-
Theresa, she's not age well, no. But the New Zealand Prime Minister,
Yeah.
she's 38 years old.
That's young.
So
She's
she's younger than
She's
Theresa
with
May.
the
regardless.
times.
Bits.
Look at your age mate. Look at the people in the same position of power as you.
Mm.
Like,
Have you no shame?
you know what I'm
We
saying?
was having this discussion at work. I was saying, I feel like you can't compare the two situations.
Alright, so basically,
Because
do you want to explain?
Which
Yeah,
two
explain.
situations?
Explain.
He was trying to compare how Theresa May dealt with the Grenfell thing
Mm.
compared to how the New Zealand Prime Minister dealt with the terrorist shooting. And I feel like you can't compare the two. They're completely
It's
different.
I feel
True.
like Theresa May had an easier job to deal with. Than,
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. That's true.
There
And
was
yet-
no one to blame with Grenfell, but there's someone.
No, there were
Blame.
people to
Direct.
blame.
There wasn't
No,
direct.
No,
really.
there
No,
were people to
because-
blame.
With the terrorist thing, there was intention. That's
Yeah,
a
but
completely different
no,
thing.
the Grenfell thing is a conversation about socioeconomical class and how poor people, are not. No one really cares.
Mm.
Like they complained, and nothing was done about it, and that's what led to that tower burning.
Yeah.
So if that was, let's say that was rich people, something would have been done. It would have been done quickly, but because they were poor, nothing was done to help them, and like the building itself acted like a conductor, like conducted the fire because they used a different type of
Yeah.
insulation,
Mm.
which is kind of mad when you think about it.
I just think it's a different
Yeah. No,
the reason-
conversation.
I think it's similar in the way you handle a situation that shakes the whole country, and what you do. Like New Zealand were proactive in their response, showing solidarity with the Muslim community. The women, all the women wearing hijabs, just to it's not something that sort of separated everyone. It's brought everyone together. I think that's
that one was a
important.
terrorist attack. Whereas
Yeah,
this one is...
and Grenfell could have brought
But
people
loads
together.
but it did.
Yeah, it brought people together. But what did Theresa May do? I mean, what were Theresa May's
It's
actions?
different though.
What did she do?
I
though?
think she could have done more, but
yeah,
that's true.
but I like Emmanuel said, you can't compare the situations. But she was thrown into her position, wasn't she?
No one asked her to even take the job.
Yeah, but
No one called
she's
her.
had to pick up all the pieces of
Who sent
everyone
you?
else's, and
Who actually sent you?
well, that's what we all want to know, and she knows that. She's
Because-
not wanted.
She
That's
do-
why she probably felt awkward going to Grenfell because nobody even what's she gonna say
Yeah,
to them?
exactly.
What's she gonna say to them?
No one wants
Ooh,
her there.
People are not.
Should I help you
Yeah.
look through the remains?
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry for your loss.
Like people,
yeah.
people still need to be rehoused. That there's people have not. There's not been someone you can point out to say, "Yep, this is your fault."
Mm.
And I feel like there is probably someone to blame because instead of doing things the proper way and getting the best materials and actually listening to people that have to live here, you cut costs. You
But-
chose not to.
Don't you think Theresa May's job was harder than the New Zealand Prime Minister's one?
There's victims, but there's not a single group of people that have a common like denominator, like in the Muslim people, and there's no one to blame. You're just searching for
exactly.
someone.
Do you know what's funny? It's like when. Do you remember? I don't know. I don't know what year it was. That that mosque in North London. That the guy drove up and started running people over. Does anybody remember that?
I think so.
That was last year.
Was that last year?
Was it in like near Finchley or Finsbury?
Yeah.
That was like last year or the year before.
Do you feel like there was this amount of togetherness after that happened?
Stuff like this happens more often in this country.
I think so.
Yeah.
But not to that to the scale as it was in New Zealand.
I agree, but
Again, it's different
Yeah.
situations. Like, you
if
can't compare
someone
them.
went up to the mosque and had shot everyone in
Yeah,
the same
and
way
live
and
streamed
streamed
it,
it on
exactly.
Facebook,
Yeah.
then people would have definitely come together.
Mm.
Because
I think
London
that
is like
situation
that.
reached the world more than our situation did.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's
exactly,
fair. What I was gonna say, they banned the sales of semi-automatic rifles like straight away, like
Yeah, that's
straight
great.
away.
That's
But
good.
look at Donald Trump, like
He stopped him.
like
No, you can't take the guns away from Americans.
you know the ones there, like a school shooting happens straight away. The moment the shooting is done, the country's divided.
You don't know what's the maddest thing? Actually,
What?
speaking of the school shooting,
Yeah.
is that when all that happened, instead of banning guns, they're just like, "Oh, we're gonna prepare you guys for a situation better."
Yeah.
Did you guys realize that when they're teaching people what to do in that situation, the school shooter is amongst the people that are getting taught?
I learned it as
It's
well.
so silly.
Also, what you're gonna do this? I'm gonna do that to
Oh,
counter
so I know
what
what
you're
you
gonna
guys are
do.
gonna do now.
So I'm a
Yeah.
plan ahead. It's mad.
Did anyone see the post where they spent like 2,500 or like a ridiculous amount of money on hockey pucks to throw at the shooters, so that if there's a shooting, then all the students can like throw the puck thing.
What is that gonna do?
What's a hockey puck gonna do?
No, those things are hard.
Knock
But
them out, make them more angry.
What, throw
nothing.
them?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Doesn't matter how hard it is. If the person who throws it is weak, it's not gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
gonna
know.
bounce
Not
on
gonna
you.
stop a bullet, is it?
I think American.
They're avoiding the solution.
Yeah.
What,
yeah,
what,
getting
banning
around the
guns?
bush.
Yeah, they're doing everything they can,
Mm.
but to not ban guns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was 18 to buy a gun. And it's 21 to buy alcohol in
And
America.
cigarettes.
It's a joke.
Go
Mm.
clubbing, can't go clubbing.
Yeah, that country is an absolute joke.
But you can shoot the club up.
Yeah. Oh shit. You can't go in, but you can definitely shoot up. Mad.
So,
But it's a problem.
mm.
There's no solution because like gun culture in America, it's like guns and Americans, they go hand in hand. Like the culture is so synonymous with the people, and like it's part of their livelihood. Like they feel like
Part
they
of
have a
history.
right. Yeah,
Foundation for-
they have a right to bear arms. Like
Mm.
you
Yeah,
take
man.
guns away, they feel like you're taking away the First Amendment.
Of course,
Mm.
before
First-
decades you had muskets. Yeah. Mm.
First Amendment right to defend your family, and it's that thing that people focus on and need to be able to defend my family.
Mm.
Because it's that idea that what if a gunman runs up into my house? I need to have a gun
But I
to
feel
defend
that
myself.
way. If I lived in America,
You
I'm
have
not.
a gun.
I'd have to. What if someone trespasses? Like, it's such a big country. Like, there's so much crime and stuff there. You would feel like you have to get a gun, but I wouldn't like be irresponsible with it like other people, but I do understand why people get guns to
But
protect themselves.
It's a cycle, isn't it? Because
It is a cycle.
you get a gun to protect yourself because the country allows you to get a gun.
But the thing is, if you had the gun to actually protect yourself, if someone said, we're taking away the gun, she'll just be like, take it then, but give me my money back.
And that's another factor. There's too much money in the gun industry for them to be, and the IRA, they've got their claws into politicians in America where they're funding them directly.
Yeah.
So for them now to speak against gun control,
they're not getting as much money.
it's a problem. It's a conflict of interest, and like gun control is it's a conversation that it's important to have. But I mean, there is a direct link with having guns in your country to school shootings and mass killings. Like, look at England.
Yeah.
When was the last time a school got shot up?
1998.
Really?
Oh, really?
There was a mass shoot. I think it was 98 or 97. If not, close.
Yeah.
But I literally read about it recently because of the New Zealand one. They're like, one school shooting happened and they just found it straight away. Simple as that. But I feel it might be because New Zealand and England are a lot smaller countries compared to the United States. And where within the United States you have laws that vary by state.
That's true.
That's what makes it so much harder, probably. But they definitely could make more effort.
Yeah, they could.
I mean, we're talking about lives here. Like, you should do all the effort you can.
It's too easy to buy a gun. It's too easy to get.
Walmart.
Yeah, they do. You can go buy groceries and buy a gun whilst shopping in Walmart.
What, like where like the knives are? They just have like guns in like plastic packaging.
Literally, imagine Asda. Guns. They have guns.
It's part of the same family.
Yeah, we're owned by Walmart.
So imagine that. Imagine going to a car. Let me get myself a nice little M16. Calm. No problem.
Do you want the Asda brand or?
No.
You feel like you would feel like such a bad bitch when you walked out the shop.
Yeah, I've just got my gun.
What you got in your shopping bag? Oh, nothing much.
Just
just the scope to salt rifle.
Like,
country's done.
it's, you know what? I think America is so far from reality.
Yeah.
Like our reality, like the reality we live in England. It's just America just is so far from it. Like so far removed.
Remember when we wanted to live there? What did any of you want to live there?
Yes, everyone wanted to live there. No, I would. No, God forbid.
I still want to live there, but I fear for my life, and I disagree with them.
Yeah.
In like ideology.
I mean, don't get it twisted though. You can still get guns here. It's just.
Yeah, but
you do not want to get caught with a gun over here.
No, definitely not. But I'm just saying.
But
some of those guns are not.
People will find a way either way.
Yeah,
but it definitely beats.
There's a difference though. There's a difference. Like, yes, you can get guns in England, but it's not like just let me go down to the corner shop to buy a gun. You have to know people who know people.
And you wouldn't even want to use it because if you get caught using it, then
you're done out.
Yeah.
It's not even that. It's the fact that the guns are so rusty.
Yeah.
You might have to get your limb amputated.
Like
they have like those old metal revolvers.
Yeah. I'm talking the gun you can click back and go, the old England.
Well, listen, didn't Eddie once say he had a tin? 3,500 for the new pump.
I know someone who has a revolver, and it's ridiculous.
Is it cute?
Did you say is it cute?
Yeah.
I know someone has a revolver, and they say, I don't even want to shoot down my ops. The bullets are expensive. It's ridiculous.
Oh shit! I guess that's why the choice of weapon is knives, isn't it?
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
inexpensive.
The knives are scary though.
Multiple uses.
Have you seen them?
Big Rambo.
No, but they're huge and they've got jagged edges and all of this like it's going in but it's not coming out kind of shit.
The streets are not safe.
They're not safe.
They're not safe.
There was a stabbing on my road yesterday.
Oh shit!
There was another 4 stabbings in London last night.
Yeah, man.
What the fuck?
The streets are not safe. Knife crime, is it a growing epidemic or is it just something that people are reporting in the news a lot more?
So Theresa May.
No, it's reported in the news more. Well, it's been reported in the news my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
But
exactly,
they're acting like it's on a rise, but it's really.
You know the ones like when I'm sure when we were like secondary school, there was all that anti-knife campaign. Exactly.
It was very bad.
So it's just.
Yeah, my secondary school had a metal detector.
Oh shit!
It was that serious.
It was that deep.
It was best
Damn.
way,
But that's how it
that
was
deep.
though.
Serious.
That's how serious it was.
Some
To be
guys
fair,
would go to school and
I
not
went
leave.
Stratford last week with Lewis, who is not here today. Fuck you, Lewis.
Oh.
Why is it
Yeah.
fuck you, Liz?
I
He's
don't know.
working.
It's just always
Why
fuck
is
you,
it
Lewis.
fuck you?
It's just always fuck you, Lewis. Yeah, we went Stratford together, and when we're heading back into the station, there was a metal detector.
Oh.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
It's like that now.
Like a
Like a
train
pop-up one,
station.
yeah, like a pop-up metal detector that you could just pop up when you need it.
Thinking
But is it like that now? Is it what it's come to?
No, they do
Not
that
that.
though sometimes, like the train stations, and then they have with the police and they like search you and stuff,
Yeah.
just so like they can catch you on public transport.
I guess that's
or
what
whatever.
that's what it's come to now.
Unlocked.
Is it a solution? Is there a solution now?
No.
Is more police a solution? Is it something that we can eventually?
I might be wrong, but like for example, you know how like there was like acid attacks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They've done stuff to fight that. Now, like I think you kind of do need some form of identity or something. Because I remember for a separate purpose, there was an acid thing that I needed to buy, right? And they told me you now need some identity and that you own a business, like it's for a business or something to buy it. So I couldn't buy it.
What was
So
the
you
thing?
could just-
Pause. Why
What
do
was
you
the
need to
thing?
buy acid?
Yeah, what was the thing you needed to buy?
Yeah.
It was like a drains pipe thing.
Ah.
But
okay.
but I read up reports, and apparently that acid is that strong. I remember reading something about this guy put that same acid down his shower, and it leaked through the pipes, and it hit his kid who was sleeping downstairs, and it like drops of him landed on his face, and his cheeks was just like
Melting.
kind of a bit melted. Yeah. So yeah, you know, stuff like that. Those are just household appliances that are used as weapons. And look,
Mad.
they've already done that to sort of prevent, you know, more attacks on the rise. So I don't know what you can do with knives. Cause
Nothing.
I feel like in the
Yeah.
UK, people get very inventive with the choice of weapons. Like, who would have said, oh, I'm going to start using acid? Splash!
Well, apparently it's been things going around for time.
Well, acid attacks.
Yeah, but just like
Yeah,
those
it's
who
like-
I
was
swear that
dumb
wasn't.
enough to do it, but now it's like anyone will do it. Really.
I swear that wasn't happening when we was in secondary.
Nah,
No, it was happening before.
Yeah.
we're just
I used to
man.
read stories. I used to be in stories.
Of acid attacks.
Yeah.
Testing.
Ridiculous.
No. Not.
So on the topic of like who's to blame,
For knife crime.
Huh?
For
No.
knife crime.
No.
Did you say
No.
on the
Let
topic
him
of
do his thing.
oh,
Let him
oh,
do
who's
his
to
Yeah,
blame?
do you know
Who
what
do
I
we hold
mean?
accountable?
Yeah.
Who do we hold accountable?
Mm-hmm.
The parents of Madeleine McCann,
Oh, man.
or someone else who's
Fam.
famous to Madeleine McCann?
Listen, this is what happened, innit? This is my theory, yeah.
So first of all, sorry,
Okay.
who's watched all 8 parts of Let's Find Madeleine
Your boy
McCann on
said,
Netflix?
He's
Me.
committed. I'm committed.
Guilty.
Oh, you haven't watched
I
it?
haven't
You
watched
haven't.
You haven't watched it?
No.
None of it?
I've had too much in my mind, man.
None of it?
None of it.
You haven't.
My God,
So you the one that was
my
telling
God.
us to watch it. You haven't watched it.
Listen, I've had too much in my mind.
So how are you
Murder.
giving
I've
your
had
theory?
murder on my mind.
How are you giving your theory?
No, because I've always had
What
this theory.
You ain't
So
even
then,
watched it.
Hey, listen. A man can have an
Yeah.
opinion, can he not?
Nah.
Don't take this woman away from me.
Invalid.
Go on, go on.
So listen, this is my theory. I always have a theory for these things. Alright. I'm gonna set the mood.
Okay.
You
What?
don't
Oh,
even know
boy,
what the
yeah,
mood
What
is.
is this
I'm gonna set
theory?
the mood. I'm gonna set the mood. It was Saturday night in Portugal.
Fuck off. Don't do this. It was the start of May, 9:25.
Was it actually that?
It wasn't
It was like
1925.
2007.
No,
Oh, you
I-
mean the time?
The
I'm talking
time.
about when it happened.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway,
The window is 9 to 10, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Mad. So let me set right back to what I was
I'm
saying.
setting the
yeah.
mood.
I'm setting the mood. Yeah.
It's dark.
It was 9:25. It was dark.
Mm.
Jerry, is that her name?
Yeah, Jerry.
Jerry and
Kate.
Kate.
Okay.
They're feeling a bit fruity.
Jerry with a G.
Mad. That's
Weird.
a weird
Weird.
name.
Weird.
Already that's a weird. That's a red flag.
Is it?
It's
What
scary.
woman?
Sorry, it's scary.
What woman decides, Jerry? Nah, I'ma marry you. Nah, that's a red flag.
I mean, she's
Gary-
a scout and he's from Scotland.
She's not a scout.
Do you know I didn't know
She's
they were
from Liverpool.
scouts?
Disgusting.
I didn't know they were scouts.
And he's from
Really
Scotland.
sad.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Happy
So,
cross,
red
Madeleine
flag.
Where's my
McCann.
Madeline?
Uh,
Here
Yeah,
is she gone.
Madeline,
Went out
come
for a
home.
couple of drinks
Girl.
and she was never found again.
let me- so
Why are you taking
I don't know.
this?
We need to stop.
no, we don't.
This
We
is all
carry on.
light-hearted.
No,
Carry on.
alright, so Jerry and Kate were feeling a bit fruity.
I
Yeah.
don't
What?
think
Are
you've
you
watched the
sure you got? Yeah,
documentary.
exactly.
No,
Listen, this is just my
somehow done
theory.
the
I don't
opposite of
care.
what-
Okay.
Let's see where it goes.
I don't
Let's see where
care.
it goes.
So they wanted to go out, but the kids were still rowdy. They're still energetic from the long day they've had, you know, feeling themselves. They were like, nah, we need to put these niggas to sleep. Nah, dead them. So they must have given them some strong.
Dead your kids.
Oh my god.
So they must have given them some strong sleeping tablets.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Do the tins now. Maddie gets knocked out, done out in bed. So them two, they go off with the other couples to do their little fruity fun. Whatever people called Jerry do. Whatever people like him do, you know. Do you know what? Every time I hear his name, do you know Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Isn't
It reminds me of Jerry all the time.
One useless person.
Yeah.
I feel like Loki is just there in the background in everything. Like,
That's the thing. I thought that, but when I watched the documentary,
he's actually at the forefront of all of the things and everything.
So back to it. So they did a little fruity thing. Little did they know that, like, Madeleine, a little heart probably stopped working because the tin was too strong. So it wasn't going to...
What?
Anyway, I just went...
That's not what happened.
Yeah,
This is my theory.
Okay, continue.
Okay, so, boom. They come back now. You know, they try to wake her up
After
to see.
After all of their friends have checked on them beforehand.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man, they don't.
No.
Exactly.
I don't think so. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's why it annoys me that I never address.
What?
That
man.
In between Jerry, who's the first one, and Kate, a guy went to check, but he didn't go in the room.
And he saw a light and heard rustling, but chose to just
didn't check
walk.
on the body.
And he was like, and the door was open as well. Like,
what?
and he was just like, oh, the child must be awake and has the light on. Let me just go back.
It's a bit mad. But I'm going to finish my theory anyway. So,
go on.
They came into the room, boom. Tried to, you check up on your daughter and that. Tin wasn't moving.
No response.
No response.
Not a tin. Call him response. Nothing. So they dashed her into the boot. No one's none the wiser.
Into the what?
Into the boot of
and
the car.
done what with her?
Fam, who knows?
Fam, please. You should have watched it.
That's just not what happened.
All of the episodes
wrong.
So, anyways,
Wrong.
guys, that's not what actually happened. This is just my math theory. Don't take everything I said with a pinch of salt. Just, But alright, guys.
Well, I had 2 burning holes when I watched all 8 episodes.
Man.
And
2 burning holes.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know, like holes that were burning at me in like the stories that really stood out to me.
Mm-hmm. Is that a thing? Is that a saying? 2 burning holes?
It is now.
Oh, okay.
And
own it.
Yeah. The first one was that man didn't check up on that child properly.
Yeah, disgusting.
So that means that there was someone in the room, and potentially he could have saved the child had he have gone in the room. So as the parents, I would have blamed everything on him because it's his fault. Second of all, the paedophile rings in Portugal. That is some crazy stuff. Like, I have never seen anything like that. And I definitely think the paedophile ring is a lot more plausible than this thing. I think.
So what do you think they saw that
there were people watching outside and scoping the area, and they were just active anyway. And the parents were negligent enough to leave their ground floor flat with they say they can see it with a gate outside, and the gate was open and the bedroom door is open and all of this. So it's an easy grab.
So what you're saying is that the parents actually they were to blame because they left their daughter unattended.
Yeah.
But they weren't to blame because they didn't cause her disappearing.
I think they still are.
They did.
I went into the documentary just wanted to blame it on them.
Yeah.
I think everybody did.
Yeah.
So
everyone did.
But they managed to debunk some things that I used to believe.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, there's so much negligence on their part. Why leave the door unlocked?
Yeah.
Is it really that much effort to put in key, turn, and get in?
Yeah.
But the guy, that's wrong. The person got in through the window though, so.
Maybe they just left through the window. It wouldn't have been hard for them to get through the door anyway.
Well, if you tried the door, it would have gone through anyway.
But pause. So the person carried their daughter out of the window while getting themselves out of the window.
Maybe.
We don't know.
Because
basically, this is what happened. After Kate went in and noticed the daughter was gone, this is another burning hole that I found. They then let everyone into the room and trampled all the evidence. And then they did down the shutter, and there was footprints everywhere, and any fingerprints or any evidence that would have been there was destroyed.
But to be fair, at that point, you'd be really frantic.
I get that.
Where?
I don't know.
What, in that tiny little room?
Imagine walking into the room and you see your child's
If
not
my
there, you'll start
daughter's
walking
gone,
around and-
20 people,
I am
right?
not letting 20 people stamp their feet up in the room and
You know
touch
what
the
that means?
evidence.
No, but like,
That means 19 people thought, oh, the first girl checked didn't check properly. Let me check the smallest crease between
Yeah.
the bed and the wall and see if it's there and trample everything. 19 times.
She went to
that
look
happened.
if Madeleine was under the bed. The bed was a low bed. There was nowhere for the girl to hide under the bed.
Only thing you can fit under
There,
is a foot.
all you need to do was look in a wardrobe or in a drawer, and that's it.
Surely, that's a bit mad.
I will say though, there is a possibility because he's a cardiologist, I think,
yeah.
and she's a GP.
Oh,
Isn't he a surgeon? Are they
They
surgeons?
doctors.
No, he's a cardiologist
Oh,
and she's a GP.
So
she's a general.
they're upper middle class people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they know their
They're borderline
medicine and stuff basically. And the whole time they was making noise in that, the other two kids didn't
yeah,
wake
they
up.
don't wake up.
So they were definitely sedated. I think so.
Mhm.
So parts of my theory was correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, the two kids were younger, right? Or
They
No,
were
twins.
twins.
Like 1
Younger
years old.
twins.
1-year-old twins.
And they didn't take them.
No.
No.
Interesting.
Didn't see 2 for 1 right there. I don't know why.
You know them
didn't
one-
take
Two girls.
Dunno.
No, it was 1 boy, 1 girl.
Fam,
They're
you
twins.
should have taken the two. That's a bit mad.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they're young. They take care. Like
Yeah.
Madeleine don't take as much care. Do you know what I mean? And you got
Yeah,
two.
do you think
and it's like,
paedophiles really care?
I kind of think
Yeah.
they do.
Nah.
If you want to get away with it,
I don't. This is a bit dark, but I
Yeah,
don't.
it's a bit mad.
I don't
Well,
think- I don't
I
think
don't
they
even wanna
care.
think
I don't want to
about
think
it.
about it, but like, they don't care. They
but they
really
might
don't.
not. They might not even be paedophiles. It might just be human trafficking.
Yeah.
3-year-old.
And I'm sure there's a market where
There's
I'm
very
sure.
many people.
Listen,
that
I'm
want
sure
young,
there's a exactly. I'm sure there's a
young white
market where
children.
disgusting people will want
Mhm.
young white kids of that age
Mhm.
because they're sexually attracted to that. So
Exactly.
there's money. There was money to be made there.
And
really
this was
truly.
the other thing in the documentary. There, the guy, he was researching all of the rings and stuff, and there was like he was on the dark web looking through all of the people and the children that are missing because there were other cases.
The Spanish guy.
Yeah. And he was
Yeah,
like,
he's
he's
a
seen
character.
things that he
He's
can
weird.
never turn back from.
Mad.
But some of the children that had gone missing from Portugal, they found on the like I don't
On
know
the website.
the child directory on the
Fuck.
dark
I'm
web.
done.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very
Well, this is a
possible
funny one.
that she
Yeah.
could be on there being
Have they
walked.
checked?
Hmm?
Have
Yeah, they
checked?
have checked,
No.
but she's so high profile, like you couldn't.
No,
True.
you
that
can't just
now.
post it up on the dark web. Someone will see. Someone inadvertently would see. Wait, is that Madeleine? Hey, yo,
I was like, is that her?
yo.
Exactly.
Random, come check this Madeleine McCann. Wow, since when?
Mhm.
But I feel like I need to know what happened to her before I die.
Yeah,
I
same.
feel
Like,
like
she-
we
she-
went-
Like we
Well,
deserve
you'll
it.
find out after you die if she's dead.
Nah.
Or in the higher place.
Yeah.
You'll just know.
Yeah.
Well, let me say something about that, but in a minute. But like, I feel like we've grown up with her. Or I mean,
Wow.
not grown up with
We've
her,
grown
but-
up knowing her.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
grown up knowing of her. Like we deserve to know.
If it, she'll be how old now? 14, 15 now?
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
If she won't even know.
She might just
She's
be living
Madeleine
a good
McCann.
life.
Nah.
Maybe.
She wouldn't even know she's her. Oh wait, you remember in that the second to last episode where like people were coming back after 18 years being
Yeah,
missing?
like the baby,
that.
she was taken at
Some
like 23
horrible-
months.
Is that
And she
Wow.
found her mum.
horrible?
Mad.
Some
So
people
is there still hope?
self-identified themselves.
Yeah.
Is there
Maybe
still
she
hope?
just hasn't woken up yet. She hasn't realised that the
She might
baby
not
out there
be
missing
able
was
to.
she has an iris like
It's a bit
Yeah,
bigger.
it's like no it's like,
Little,
it's
Like
got,
she's got a black
it's like
spot in
leaking
it.
kind of into the
Yeah, the pupil.
what colour are eyes?
I don't
Green.
know.
I've seen it so many times.
I know what you're talking
I
about,
can't
I know
remember
what
what
you're
eyes look like. I'm terrible at this.
Blue?
Blue?
That's
Green?
what it-
Yeah.
Well,
The
let's
black
let's
shade is out there. It's
let's
very
let's be
distinct.
hopeful then that she finds her way home.
Yeah.
I
Or we
guess
just find out what
after
happened.
how many years?
I have- Go on.
I think she's dead. That's just me personally. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
I
to be
don't want to
honest.
think she's dead because we
Yeah.
literally have no idea. Nothing's ever turned up. So
Nah, I think she's dead.
I just want an answer.
Exactly. I just want to.
Yeah.
I don't think
I
we
just
get it.
want a confirmation that yeah, she died.
Sad film.
do
Uh,
you? I have a question. Do
Go
you
on.
think it's negligent to leave your child in a hotel room?
100%.
course.
100%.
3-year-old
Of
and
course.
two
100.
1-year-old
the
twins.
babysitting service
No,
that they
but
didn't
even
use.
even
They
in
could have
like
had dinner at
a
home, but they didn't.
even like if it was a proper hotel and you locked the doors, like
Doesn't
you
matter.
wouldn't.
No, because anything could happen.
So what would you do on holiday?
If there's a place where I can leave my kids where there's people watching them, yeah, I'll do that. If I need to go off to adult
And what
shit,
if there's not?
then hey, listen, kids are for life, innit? So I'm hampered with them. We're doing shit together. We're having fun together.
I don't think it's completely unreasonable to leave your children in a hotel room if you're on holiday.
I think the conditions and the way they left them was unreasonable, but it depends like what kind of hotel.
I think it depends what age. Like if my kids are like 9, yeah, I could be like, yo, you're pattern, stay there. But like 3, 1, 2, like up until 5, it's a bit.
I'll just be worried they wake up and I'm not there.
Yeah,
because have
I'm
you ever
scared.
woken up when you're little and your parents aren't there?
It's not scary.
It's terrifying. You're like, you don't know where anyone is.
Feel
You're
betrayed.
like you're in an apocalypse.
I feel betrayed. Like, motherfucker, you're meant to be there. Where were you?
I always used to think my mom was dead.
The solution's quite easy.
Whoa.
You don't take the fucking kids with you on holiday.
Never.
You go on a holiday.
That's unreasonable.
To get away from them.
But people like family holidays though.
They didn't just go with their family as well.
Yeah, they went with
other families and other kids.
Yeah.
I think.
Didn't they meet them there?
Oh, I remember them saying that.
I don't know.
They went with different families.
Oh, okay.
I'd feel some kind of way though. Imagine you go with all these families and then it's only my child that goes missing. I'd be like, fuck you all. Why could it be your child?
Wow.
No, that is how I feel.
Yeah, like.
Are you mad? Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, but why mine?
Exactly.
Like, there's
why
a whole
be
bunch
anyone's
of children.
kid?
No,
Yeah, exactly.
but it's like, what about mine? And they don't even have answers, so they really don't know why.
You left the door open.
I mean, yeah, I'm at fault, but still, like.
Maybe she wasn't even the first option.
Oh,
nah.
She wasn't.
What are you saying? She didn't make the
because
first cut initially.
Maybe.
Yeah, like she wasn't good enough.
That door was like, oh, this one's open.
So imagine they'd been watching all the families and they picked up the ideal one. They went to go do the tin now. It's hard to get to. Plan B. Maybe she was even plan D. Like, shit. Hey, we got one.
I'm not coming home empty-handed.
Run true.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like we already made all the effort. Like we might as well just go through with it. Like you look at. She got blue eyes. What colour are eyes?
Blue.
Yeah.
They got bluish green. That's nice. We could sell her for something. Oh, but that one's leaking. Damaged goods.
I'm dead. Don't call her damaged goods.
We're still alright.
Relax.
I'm joking. I don't actually. I'm not being deadly serious about what I'm saying. But yeah, I feel some kind of way. I'd be like, nah, those kids should have been taken as well.
Did you how did you feel about the part in the documentary where there were those guys that were going around and helping themselves to the children's beds?
That's like episode 7.
Oh, there were guys in that area that were going around dressed in like black and like lying down with the children and like, weren't they? Do you remember that?
What do you mean? What?
I remember the kids that was going around pretending to be a charity.
No, there was that girl. She was like assaulted in her bed, the little girl, and the guy went in like the room and got into the bed
with the
with
medical
her.
mask.
Yeah, and it happened like a few times.
Yeah.
At the same place.
When they showed the map, it was like coming up to.
There were actual people like pursuing children.
So
they were active in that area
on the police force as well because they didn't want to mention that. They didn't address that either.
I mean, this is stuff you should tell people coming to visit.
Yeah,
town.
trust
like,
me.
There is a problem with
random men getting into your bed at night
and doing their thing. Sexual harassment is not a joke, people.
I'll tell you what.
I thought he was about to.
No, I was gonna be like, it's no, I shouldn't. Not yet.
I'm sticking to my caravans.
Huh?
So you can take your Portugal. I'm sticking to my caravan. This wouldn't happen in our fucking country. I'll tell you that.
Please.
Oh, mate.
Please.
In our caravan.
In a caravan like that, no one's gonna. They're gonna hear if you're walking in there.
I mean, you had an experience of what living in a caravan's like, so you've got first-hand experience.
Exactly.
I don't know who sent you in winter to go caravanning in the
It's
south of
the only
England.
way.
I like caravanning.
Yes, in the summer, like it makes sense.
No, you guys don't know what it's like.
Yeah,
I
I don't know
and
what
the
it's
wind's
like.
pushing the caravan this way to the left, and you're just hearing it going like that.
That's terrible.
That's you.
Nice.
When you could have done it in the summer.
Yeah,
Where
literally.
The caravan would be a hot box.
So you
Open
leave
up
the
the
door
windows,
open.
yeah.
Windows.
It's not enough. I'm telling you, it's not enough. No circulation.
You should have done it before.
But were you hot? Were you cold in there?
Nah, because I like the cold more than the hot anyway.
Yeah,
so,
but for like someone who doesn't
heaven
like
for
the
me.
cold,
they're
they're fucked in it.
for sure.
Listen, I don't know who sent the people that went. My stomach is rumbling.
Huh?
My
stomach was rumbling?
Yeah. I'm mad hungry.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the situation of Madeleine McCann making you sick to your stomach. But, good to know that you don't have any.
He's actually too quick.
He's actually too quick with it. 2 centuries.
On point.
Really and truly.
Oh,
you was gonna say something. Oh, he was talking
you were going to talk something about because she said, we'll see Madeleine McCann in heaven.
Yeah. Apparently, you don't actually when you die. This is from a Christian because I'm not actually religious. I don't really. So apparently, when you die, you don't actually see people, as in see how they were on Earth. Like, you don't know.
You recognize her by her eyes then?
No, as in.
No, as in like you can't see people on Earth.
Like as in the way is that how I see you. It's your spirit. I'm gonna be introduced to in Earth, and I'm in heaven, and I don't see that. I don't see.
How do you know my spirit doesn't look exactly like me?
Listen, that's what I got told by a Christian.
Okay.
That upsets me though.
So, Emmanuel, your spirit is a rich white woman.
No.
You got questions.
Literally.
Maybe I'm explaining it wrong.
Maybe there's like no race up there.
Maybe
Are we speculating about the afterlife? I don't believe that there's an afterlife. I believe once we die, that's it. Boom, done.
That's very...
I don't.
I'm 50-50.
Welcome to the depression hour.
Huh? I didn't hear what you said.
So welcome to the depression hour. Let's get real here.
Oh
man. Like, it's not that dark. It's just like when we die, I think that's it.
Everything just become grub for worms.
Yeah, that's it. Boom.
Really? So what do you think happens to all your charisma?
You can't just close your eyes and then that's it.
That is it.
You'll be surprised a lot of people do.
Nah, there's got to be something.
Oh,
I want there to be something.
Well, people just close their eyes and don't wake up.
Just close your eyes.
That's it. The chapter finished.
Oh,
it's sad.
Did you see a scary movie?
Yeah.
I think it's 3 or 4. The one where they're making fun of 8 Mile. And Kevin Hart's arguing with the other guy, and he's going, "How you wake up dead?" Oh, you must remember that scene.
No.
Oh,
yeah, man. I do remember that scene.
You do remember that scene? Yeah. Like, he woke up dead. Like, how you wake up dead? Oh man, it's fun.
Right, but what would you say, Emmanuel?
Well,
about dying and what you believe?
Oh yeah, I was just saying I'm 50-50. Like, I don't think I could say there isn't an afterlife and that there is, but I want there to be.
Yeah,
I don't want to just be done.
Do you believe in ghosts?
100%.
No.
Well, they're about.
Oh, then there has to be something about.
But I don't think they're ghosts. Like, ghosts sounds all scary and shit.
Yeah.
I think there's like things.
Spectral being, astral beings.
Have you ever seen floaters in your eye? No.
What?
No.
Where's the correlation?
No. Like, what are those? Like, they're there. Like, and you're like, what?
That's just to do with your eyes.
Yeah, but that's what I think people are like.
Oh, you're talking about
eye floaters.
Oh.
And they're just like there, or like you get like you can see little things when you look in the sky. I think that's what people are when they die.
Nah, that's called glaucoma.
I have glaucoma.
No. That's
he said that's called.
You start losing your sight eventually.
No, it happens to everyone. Like if I rub my eyes really hard.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see like little circles when you look at lights and stuff. I think that's what people's little souls look like. They're just like.
So they get smaller.
Yeah, but nothing like the nun.
Oh.
Yeah, nothing like the nun.
Nothing scary.
No.
Nah.
People aren't here to be scary. Who goes around after you're dead being scary? Like,
that'd be fun.
What does scary even mean when you're dead?
Huh?
But that's a bit selfish. Why are you fucking up people's lives for?
Bro, I died.
Why not,
you let me die. Like,
you wanna come back and haunt me? What did I do though? Like
nothing. It's just bands.
Oh, like no, it's that ones in horror films where, like the ghost or whatever is haunting like people who are in no relation to how they died, but you just feel the need to haunt the family
because you moved into the ghost house, isn't it? Like,
it's long though.
I had no. Listen, I wasn't at fault. I just can't move here. How am I meant to know? Listen, how am I meant to know that you died here because of some mad shit that happened in your past? Because someone betrayed you and that and all that.
Mm-hmm.
No, sometimes in the movies, those families be touching like the dead people's shit, moving shit around. That's why they get pissed off.
Yeah.
You're dead. Move on.
Exactly.
Move on.
Move the fuck on.
Move on.
Imagine if he was dead, a ghost. and you saw someone, I don't know, fucking up your room.
Don't touch my
You'd be like,
laptop.
what the fuck?
Get your hands off
Why
my
are you touching
laptop.
that shit?
No, but
You
I
feel a certain way.
no, but I am as a ghost can't even touch it and use it. So what the fuck do I care?
That would piss you off even
Yeah,
more.
what the?
You're a ghost. You can't spend your whole afterlife being
Exactly.
pissed off and angry because other people are living on Earth.
I have eternity. This is but a small chapter in infinity. Of course, I'm gonna fuck.
But why is it always kids you're picking on though?
Oh, because they're the easiest.
Man, you're better possessing kids to do.
That's demons, fam. What do you mean? That's
Hey,
not ghosts.
Hey, that's just
They're all the
basically
same shit.
evil.
Ghosts can
No, it's
possess
not.
kids.
I just think in the afterlife you just have like a base level happiness and nothing ever disturbs that. You're just always super like interested and excited in everything.
But where is the afterlife?
Like, oh,
I feel like it's just a white space and constant walking.
that sounds horrible.
That-
I don't
you
know,
know that
I
was
feel like,
there.
I feel like we'd wake up in just
What,
a
like
white sea of
in Harry
nothing.
Potter when
The
he's
Matrix.
when he's with Voldemort?
like the Matrix.
guns.
Yes.
Nah, man.
Lots of guns.
Stop trying to hit me.
I think we all have our own personal. Like, if I did believe in heaven or afterlife, if we'd have our own personal afterlife.
I'd actually love in the afterlife
Like-
going to the Matrix.
Why?
Well, it's kind of like a simulation
Just get to,
situation
like,
then.
shoot
Yeah, like-
Because
them.
if you're living your own afterlife that makes you happy,
Yeah.
then the people you interact with aren't the real people, because they're having their own afterlife.
Hey,
So
listen.
you're in a simulation.
Bro.
Listen.
So again, like
So mad.
Rick and Morty, my man, you know,
Listen.
What?
you know what I'm talking about?
No.
The mailman. You know that episode
I
when
can't
Jerry's in a
even remember.
simulation?
Oh
And he gets
yeah,
the job.
and he gets everything goes well in his life. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then the mailman goes, my
Man,
man, but
yeah.
he's glitching in that.
Mm.
Yeah. That's when you know you're in a simulation. Oh man, serious about the simulation. You guys know.
What?
Go on.
Go on.
What would you do, yeah, if one day you woke up, yeah, and again, like Emmanuel, you wake up and you're some rich, middle-aged white woman who was playing the game the whole time as Emmanuel, the third.
I
That
thought
would
about
be
that all the
sick.
time.
That's
it?
wild.
That would be so
That's
sick.
wild.
Imagine sick.
That's wild. That's
There
Why
was
would that be
one.
sick?
There was one time I was going a bit crazy,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I thought I was an old white woman in a mental home. So I thought about that.
Why? What happened?
Why?
Nothing.
Just for no reason.
Wait.
How can you say but not elaborate?
Just
Yeah.
a little bit, you know.
What did you see?
dark.
Oh, okay. What is that?
I
What?
thought I was
You want
an
a
old white
different
Was it
woman.
in your right state of mind?
And I
Oh,
thought I was
okay.
going crazy.
Alright, so how do you know
Mad.
maybe those appliances that one uses
Wasn't
breaks
just
it?
you, yeah, and it was glitching the
It was
system
glitching,
and
yeah.
allowed you,
So maybe that is the real you.
yeah,
What do you mean?
as
Wow.
in the.
Oh
you're-
yeah,
you're the-
yeah. No, but I do think about that because when you think about it, like, what are we? Like, we're just like things in a room talking to each other, and like, what is this? Like,
Another.
like,
What is this?
No,
You get back in the room. Are you dumb?
no, but be honest, like, it's just like we could just all be in a video game, and you could all be put here to
Yeah.
help me
Yeah.
complete the game. But there's nothing wrong with that. It just means life's a game, and you just got to play it. Makes everything a lot easier. if
Yeah,
you
but
think
Yeah,
it,
about
it
wow.
means
Yeah.
it means
I'm
everything
lagging.
you've done though in this everything you've done in this plane of existence means absolutely fucking nothing.
Whoa.
That's mad.
Welcome to depression now.
What?
This is
If-
the
Now we're taking the question there. Alex entered us into that.
Yeah, but that's like saying playing a video game. There's no point to it. You wouldn't sit and complete the game if there was no point.
No, but there is. You enjoy it, but as in this existence as I am
Well,
right
yeah,
now.
because you enjoy
As
it.
no, but then I'm someone else. Someone is just playing me, or someone is controlling my actions.
Mhm.
Let's say I'm separate. Like
No,
I think,
No, you're controlling
you
your
are.
actions.
Yeah.
or I'm thinking
You
of,
have
just
free
not
will.
you. Yeah.
or I'm just thinking of in the perspective that I'm actually being controlled by someone.
No.
Like I'm a living thing, and that's been controlled by someone playing a game.
But
So
if you think like that, then you can just sit still for the rest of your life, and then it's just boring.
no, someone is controlling me to do and say the things I'm
Think about
doing.
this, yeah. What?
So
you
I
play any
believe
video
I'm.
games?
Huh?
You play the
Well,
video games?
of course I do. my
What do
guy.
you play?
Mainly Call of Duty. No.
Okay, in
FIFA.
Call of Duty game, do you say the soldier died or you say I died?
Just you say I died.
Exactly. Instead of saying the soldier died. So you play as if that's your
True.
perspective, that's your
Yeah.
position there. The same
I
as
just died. Yeah.
Michaela from Kentucky, USA, 38 years, who's playing Alex.
What?
here in
Oh,
London.
okay.
Man created a background from my fucking. Oh shit! Michaela
Yeah.
from Kentucky, USA.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's you.
She's me.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm being played by a white woman.
No.
What you
Yeah.
guys been played by?
Oh, I'm connected to a dog. Chihuahua, his name is Rocky. He's playing me. And he thinks, that's why I have this.
If we're being played by someone, we're not being played by humans. Do you know what I mean?
What if we're aliens? And
we look different to what they look like.
Right.
Because we do. They wouldn't look like us.
Yeah,
We'd be an invention of their imagination.
Aliens.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait,
Whoever's playing us in this simulation.
Yeah, character.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They
Yeah,
actually
like
want it to look like me. That's pretty cool.
That is.
You got lucky. Other people like me want to look like you.
Oh shit!
Oh my God.
No, that's imagine. So someone decided certain people should look ugly. That's rude. That's rude.
Nah,
No,
them people they just press random and then they just like start again.
They're like, fuck it, I'm gonna start this game with a disadvantage.
Have you ever done that on Sims and you end up with like a dark skinned guy with like ginger hair and
Oh,
blue eyes, and
that's
you're like,
mad.
what? Who's that?
Oh shit.
Maybe that's why bad things happen. Because you know, like on Sims,
Mm.
like a lot of people like to kill their Sims and like do like quite horrible things to their Sims, like burn them,
Sick.
drown them,
Woohoo.
and then like start graveyards and make the ghosts haunt them with
Yeah.
vampires and shit. Maybe that's why bad things happen, because people are just fucking with us because it's entertainment.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what you're
You
saying
know,
is,
unexpected, like Madeleine McCann. That
yeah,
people were just fucking with her.
So like, there's an overview of the
shit.
world, and the guy goes, you know what? Let me just delete the baby. Let's see how these.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And it would explain so much.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're trying to say Madeleine McCann got deleted?
She got deleted out of the simulation.
She got glitched out.
She said, they said, let's see how the whole country.
Non-existent.
And then
Control Z.
Five missing.
She got Control Z. Bro.
Four.
Z.
Oh, that's
V or Z.
oh shit. That would explain so much of the world.
Donald Trump is president.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, let me just play this orange retard in there.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
Oh. There's a, when was the last World War? Oh, let me do another one.
Yeah.
It's a bit too quiet.
It's a bit too, it's a bit too.
You know what Donald Trump is?
It's not popping, it's not lit.
You know what he is?
What?
He's someone who didn't decide to play the game, but decided to pay to win. So he paid money in the game to get more money in the game.
It's done.
And just skip.
It's
Instead
done.
of
He cheated.
He paid to win.
Yeah, pay to
He
win.
paid to
He
win,
did
it's
his
done.
cheat.
Fucking hell. There's
It's
some
done.
dickhead who got his mum credit card out of the bag and just fucking.
Yeah. What a waste, man. Fucking
Wow.
play the game like the rest of us.
Legit. Idiots.
Oh, shit. It's all starting to make sense.
Our players aren't the best then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just saying.
I'll play it.
Because we should be like.
Yeah, like,
We should be up
still
there.
leveling up, innit? We're leveling up.
we're getting there. Wait. Does that mean slavery was fucking purposeful?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was. Whoever,
Like,
was,
someone thought
whoever was playing the game just thought.
it'd be
people-
funny to they're black, they're different, we've made them different. Oh, we got bare different people. Alright, cool. Say less.
But when you think about it like that, it could have easily have just gone the other way.
Yeah,
More white
that's true.
people than.
I mean, white people have still gone
I
through
couldn't
some
imagine
kinds
that,
of slavery and whatnot.
Yeah, of course not.
That would change everything.
Yeah.
The whole structure of life would be different.
Imagine.
I think people.
No, if white people were.
Can you
the ones who were
imagine?
Nah, it just.
Why are you smiling so
No.
much?
I'm getting
Do you know,
my black.
It's not even that.
privileges.
It's not even that mad. It's just it'll be the reverse of today's society.
Yeah, but it would be. How weird is that? Like, imagine.
I don't think it's weird.
Well, I mean,
It's not that
Yeah.
weird.
Isn't that the premise of like Wakanda? It's a civilization that hasn't been interfered by white civilization.
Yeah, but
That's what the premise of it is.
yeah, but not white
So
people
that's the
being
only concept that we
enslaved.
have that would.
But
know.
the white people ain't enslaved though.
Huh?
White people are not enslaved in Wakanda.
Yeah.
They just don't have any interaction.
No,
with
no,
it.
They just
but I'm
don't
saying
have
that that's why
vibranium.
it didn't happen.
Literally.
No, but I think she means
There's
if
an example
no,
in
I
the
think
media that shows that.
what Amity is saying is
Probably,
if
yeah.
white people was enslaved by black people,
Just everything but opposite.
Yeah.
That's what it would be.
it'd be instead of white privilege, it would be
It's
black
gonna be
privilege.
lonely.
And the thing
But what if
is,
we were to track it back like right now? I mean, do we know our history?
What do you mean?
Like, if we were to track it back to where, at what point did white have enough power to do that and to prevent that? Let's go backwards. Or is that too long?
Explain yourself.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
All right. So why did white people enslave?
Oh, because well,
they wanted
according
more
to
power.
according to history, well, they travelled and they felt they need to colonize other people that
Mm.
weren't
as civilized.
Yeah,
bored of their own
civilized.
Because they felt like they were doing the best thing for them.
Yeah.
So how did they get to that point to think they were superior?
I don't know.
Cheat code.
Because
humans.
Cheat
Let's
code.
go back there. What do we take
Another
away from
pay to win player.
Let's take away ships. Fuck that Christopher Columbus guy. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like according to Akala, black people had been sailing to South America for years before Christopher Columbus even went there.
Because you have to remember that all of Africa would have been black. Most of America would have been people of color.
Mm-hmm.
I think Australia would have been people of color.
No, it's not. It is.
It
was.
I said I think because I don't know if I'm correct. So most of the world would have been people of color apart from Europe.
Yeah.
So
yes, I do.
Pangea.
Oh, tell me more.
It's the theory that all the continents were connected in one. Which is,
they were.
Of course, they were connected because they're a tectonic plate.
Mad! Someone said, dispersed.
No, they just changed the map. They just changed the map. They just changed the map.
Well, let's.
They said this is boring for our players. We need more division.
They put in a map pack.
Yeah.
They bought a map pack, some DLC.
They've got different terrains for different types of players.
Yeah.
Deserts, snowfall.
All the concepts are actually. Oh shit! I just realized all the like even maps, as in like countries, just like squiggly fucking lines. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, of course it is.
Well, the fact that we separate ourselves.
Yeah, like it's actually all bullshit.
People naturally have to divide themselves because they have to feel like they belong in something, and because everyone's not the same, they try and that's like nationality, like unity.
I think. Yeah, see, I'm always on the thing. I hate patriotism. Patriotism is a bullshit concept.
I agree with that.
What?
Pan-Africanism.
What is that?
Well, like basically like unionizing those that have an origin to Africa.
Oh no, that is a good thing.
Why is it a good thing?
I feel like
Africa.
That would be very wide.
People of African descent are very separated.
Yeah, I know, and you never know what to call yourself these days anymore. Like people say African American. But what does African American mean? They could be from
my ancestors were slaves.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of people in America, if they're black, they call themselves African Americans.
Yeah.
It's like
that's because they don't actually know their roots.
Exactly.
No.
They don't take the effort to find out their roots.
There's actually a reason why they call themselves so. From what my understanding is, the people that call themselves African Americans are those that can trace their lineage straight back to slavery. They call themselves African Americans because they literally are African Americans. So they were brought from Africa to America, enslaved, and obviously whatever. Now they're here. We've made our lives like there's Jamaican Americans because of them.
People never say that.
Okay, you don't call yourself African British. So
no, I just call myself African
because you actually know what country you're from.
Yeah, but a lot they don't know. They just know that they're from Africa. That is it.
That's why I think when the whole Black Panther thing came on, that's why it was figured out how good for them. A lot of them say that it's something that we can identify with.
Because there are so many Caribbean people in America, but they say African American too.
So, I mean, technically they are African.
No, I swear they just say they're from Jamaica or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't really.
I've never heard anyone say Jamaican American.
I don't think you'll get like someone who can trace the lineage back to like the Caribbean will ever call themselves African American. I don't think that's the case. I think the ones that specifically call themselves African Americans are those that can trace their lineage back to slavery because we all know where they came from. But back to what I was saying about maps. Maps are ridiculous. That's why I hate the idea of patriotism because you're clinging on to the idea that you were lucky enough for your mum to open her yash to give birth to you in that piece of land, and you're clinging onto it like it's something special.
That's not what it is. It's because they've grown up in that land. And
cool.
They would have happily clung on to another place, but that's just not where they're from.
That's why patriotism is bullshit.
Yeah,
we don't like patriotism
to an extent.
As a human, you have to belong, and back in the day when it was less of a global society, that's all you would know. So of course you'd be proud of that, and if you weren't, then you probably wouldn't win as many wars. Like,
one man's patriot is another man's villain. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with that, but I haven't figured out.
So you say fuck America, yeah?
Huh? No, I'm saying fuck America, fuck England.
How did we get from A
fuck
to
France,
that?
fuck.
I read between the lines.
Fuck Portugal.
Well, fuck Nigeria as well. Then.
Fuck
Oh,
Nigeria.
fuck Portugal. Big bad thing.
Nah,
You know why?
Why?
Because because of them, like the dodo birds are extinct.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
The Portuguese are the ones that feasted on the dodo birds.
They ate them all.
Yeah, and they're serving it to us in Nando's, so that's how you know.
They killed them and froze them.
The birds, they're adorable. Could have had
I
them.
mean, they're cute, but like shit happens.
Exactly, we've got chickens now.
We're not gonna have pandas or polar bears or many other things soon, so we need to get used to the idea of extinction.
It'll just be cats and dogs left.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Until we decide we need to start eating those.
Yeah, and then we'll have nothing.
Cats and dogs.
What?
I thought he was about to say something.
We've been eating horse, so they've got us used to horse over the years.
No, but when you actually deep
we haven't been eating.
No.
Can
I say something? Can I say something? It's only the only reason why we're not eating certain animals because as a society we decided these animals serve a function other than food.
Yeah.
Really and truly, any animal is food. Anything is food.
The thing is, though,
because we are the superior race.
You see,
we can make anything food.
You see what you just said about patriotism. Something that falls a lot into cultural boundaries and patriotism is food. Because depending on what country you're from, there's certain things that you find normal. I find a lot of things not normal, and I can't eat certain things that other people eat. Whereas I could never eat a live octopus. I could never eat a live octopus.
Live.
But people and a live octopus, yes.
Where do
people
they eat?
in Japan eat live octopuses, and
I
could never do that. But to them, it's completely normal.
Is that why don't you?
But I think that's
why wouldn't I? Because I find the experience truly traumatic, and it would be painful for me to do it. So
what's
psychologically,
the difference between that and chicken? Oh, because it's alive.
It's alive, and I don't even like number one.
What?
And it's slimy. Like the texture of octopus for me is horrible, and it's got its big head and tentacles, and it can suction itself into your mouth.
I thought you were gonna say something on the lines of I don't like something because it's from another country. Like get this fucking pita bread away from me. It's Middle Eastern.
I love pita bread, and I'm all for other foods, but like in other places they eat feet or. Like cow feet or tongue or skin or heart.
I eat that.
Exactly, but I don't eat that.
Oh my god.
I eat a lot.
I don't eat it though, because that's not what I'm used to.
Do you know what it is? We don't waste animals here. Every part of that animal will get... I'm joking. But I think that's more to do with culture.
But that's culture, but culture comes from your national boundary.
Yeah, that's true. But then you can always break out of it.
And I have been, but I'm just saying that it's not like every day I walk down the street and see like fried scorpions on the stick. So when I go and see them, I'm gonna be like, that's nice.
Yeah, sure. I understand.
It's like how some people can eat curry goat, and other people. How can you eat a goat? I don't know. Very easily.
That's something I had to think about as well. And oxtail, I still find oxtail weird, but it's still good though. It's so good. It smells bad.
Yeah. No, it's one of those things that makes me nauseous. That's why.
What, oxtail?
We need to bring you some.
Yeah, you know the ones there. Oxtail is elite.
It's like
upper echelon.
It might not be the same thing because I only know what it's called in Spanish.
It looks like curry goat, but it's oxtail.
Yeah.
Nah, it might not be that. I'll think of something else.
But oxtail is expensive though.
Should be.
And many tails. They only have one.
One tail per animal. 4 feet per animal.
Guys, okay.
We're training off.
No, because I really want to get into.
Oh, you do?
No, because we've got like a couple of. We're reaching our hour mark. But for next week, I want to talk about food.
Oh, I ain't here next week. So.
You ain't hearing it? Why?
Huh? Mother's Day.
It's Mother's Day next weekend.
Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, it's Mother's Day this weekend. Yeah, next Sunday. Mother's Day.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
I'm going to treat myself.
You're going to treat yourself?
Yeah.
So you're not coming
It was hard for me to be born as well, you know.
Santi, come in.
No, like...
Where are you going?
Look at it. I don't want to distract me.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm treating my mum though, for real.
Oh, okay. You said yourself. I'm thinking, you're so selfish.
Oh, that's nice of you.
That's cute, man.
It should be nice of you guys too, but you guys want to come here and record an episode.
And treat my mum. I can do 2
Exactly.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
We'll get here in at 12. We'll be done by 3, and then we'll go
Boom,
to.
and we're out. Yeah. We'll do something with Mama. So.
Pizza Express 2 for 1.
It's Mother's Day, not Mother's 7 hours.
Shut up.
Oh, you're being
You're just
extra.
being ex- you
My
know
mum's
what?
had to spend a whole life with me. She don't want to
Exactly.
spend too much time with me on the day. She's got stuff to do.
Anyways, what I was going to talk about food is, food is something we don't actually think about.
I always think about.
Why
No.
are you trying to deep food?
Why?
Relax.
I always
Look,
think about food and every aspect of it.
That's what I'm talking about. The production aspect.
Yeah, I do.
It's a bit mad.
I actually
Right.
put when I sleep, you know, the videos of the factories, the slaughterhouses.
Yeah.
I play it on repeat because I just can't get enough of feeling that I'm eating bad stuff.
And that's how we end. That's how we end this episode.
You are crazy.
Thank
No,
you.
I'm joking.
Thank you for she wasn't. Thank you for listening. This is episode 16. We're gonna have to cut it.
And try it sometime.
Control Z.
Huh? Pull out the internet. Plug. Jason, come off the Xbox now.
No, I couldn't make Control Z.
What?
Yeah.
Control
Reset.
Z. Undo.
Yeah, delete. Control Z.
Oh, Control Z.
Is it Control V?
No.
Delete is Control X.
Control Z is undo.
Yeah,
Okay.
Control X.
It's different from different laptops, isn't it?
No. It's Alt Escape F1 and then close the whole thing down.
Oh,
Delete
we're just gonna call it delete.
Control Z sounds
the
like
episode.
Yeah.
an apocalyptic
Okay.
Delete.
Delete.
Control Z.
Bye bye, Maddie.
She was deleted.
Madeleine McCann.
Not delete.
Oh! What? So she started lagging and she lagged out.
She lagged out the server.
Lost connection.
What are we talking about next week?
Oh my god. Wait.
You have lost connection. Can't be connected to the game.
For next week, we're talking about us, aren't we? Us? No, we're talking about.
Yes, we're talking about us. Food and us.
We'll talk about the
What are we
film
talking
Us.
about food?
Oh, you guys are
We'll
gonna
talk
start
about-
a film
yeah,
segment without me?
It's not recorded.
It's still
It is.
recording.
It's still recording.
It's not. It's not.
No, it's still recording. And that's
No, it's
yeah,
still
play
recording.
with
I
the
love
mic.
it because you were yawning and I was like, I don't think she knows. So I'm just gonna leave.
No.
I looked at it and it stopped. Did you
Nah, we're
pause
still
it?
here.
I didn't pause it. I didn't do
Alright,
nothing.
let's end the episode.
Yeah, let's end the-
No, you have to cut all of that out. I
Never
love
that.
that.
Never. Because we're still
Never.
so.
I relaxed for a second and then everyone's
Yeah.
caught me off guard. I'm so upset.
What's it? Like, comment, subscribe.
Us, food,
Like, comment,
all that.
subscribe, food,
Yeah.
us.
If there's one thing
If
you
you've
should
seen
learn
us, let us know how it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
look after your children.
Mm.
Yeah, don't be
Come on,
negligent.
don't be careless after listening to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look after your kids.
The kids don't actually just lag out like that.
Yeah, they don't. Actually,
You
they
don't lose
do like
connection.
that.
I think that's the episode title. There,
Yeah.
right there. In a bit, guys.
Alright,
Yeah.
see you later.
Deuces.
Have we finished?